So what is the commandment? Everybody read. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your might. Why all? Why not some? All right, let me give you illustrations. How many of you are married? Raise your hand. Ladies, will you marry your husband? If your husband were to tell you, honey, I love you, 99%. And you ask your husband to be, why 99%? Your husband tells you, honey, there's this girl. She was my classmate from elementary to high school to college. I really enjoy her. I really like her. But when I met you, I realized I love you more. Therefore, I love you 99%. What is that 1%? Well, I want you to allow me once a month to have coffee with her. I will not kiss her. I will not touch her. I will not have sex. In fact, we will have coffee in McDonald's. But honey, once a month only. Now, ladies, if that is the condition of your husband, will you marry him? What's wrong with you? He loves you 99%. Why do you want 100%? Why? My friend, the very nature of love is 100%. What makes you think that if you yourself want your wife, want your husband to love you 100%, what makes you think that it's okay for you and I to love God less than 100%? Why do you think it's okay if you love God 90%, 95%? If you yourself will want somebody, your husband or your wife, to love you 100%, why do we not love God 100%? Think about it. Is it asking too much? The greatest person in the universe who loves you so much, he died for you. And he's saying, I love you. Do you love me? How do you answer God? If God were to ask you, do you love him 100%? What do you say? God knows your heart. That to me is the root problem of Christianity today. I submit to you. That's our problem. People don't see us loving God 100%. And anybody, any person, anything that you don't love, including your husband or your wife, if you don't love them 100%, you don't really love them. That is the foundation. That's why Deuteronomy is the foundation. These words which I'm commanding you today shall be on your heart. You shall teach them diligently to your sons. You shall talk of them when you sit, when you walk, when you lie down, when you rise up. In other words, the most important thing, the one thing of God, is to love him. And you teach that to your son, to your grandson, to your grandson's sons. Why? Because it is a way of life that God wants to have with you and with me, a love relationship. Can I tell you why this is so important? Anything that takes the place of God in your life, anything that you love more than you love God, becomes an idol.